My name is Bill Fife, and I'm the Director of Technology for Wholesale Electric Supply in Houston, Texas. Wholesale Electric is a 60-year-old privately held company. We supply electrical materials to the petrochemical, utility, and commercial industries here in Houston, the greater U.S., and internationally. We're a woman-owned business with 9 other locations, about 375 employees. The overall IT department is 11 people, but when you look at operations, it's really 4 level 1, and then if you take level 2 and higher, it may just be 6 employees. So 6 employees for a company our size is not that many. So things need to be easy to manage and quickly understood. In mid-2008, after significant research, we completed plans for our new virtualized environment. This environment keyed on several points, cost being, of course, significant, electrical load, size of equipment, and administration. Electrical load and equipment size was critical because we were looking to move our disaster site into a co-location facility where those 2 items are expensive and the cost will never decrease. Our new virtualized environment would transition almost all the servers we had at that time, looking at 20. We knew more would be needed as business grows, and it will. So ongoing administration is always a concern. We definitely had concerns about server I/O. VMware's best practices list multiple network adapters for each protocol. With our existing 1U servers, we only had 2 slots. To employ these best practices, we would have to go out and purchase new servers. The cost of cards, the cost of cabling, the cost of administration, move, add, change would be overwhelming, especially for a small IT department. We were looking at having to purchase many more switches, looking at a larger electrical load, installing more cables. It grows, it morphs into something greater than it is if you're not careful. We needed a way to eliminate that growth, stay as small as possible, eliminate electrical demand, and ease administration. I received an email inviting me to a webinar describing Xsigo's virtual I/O in mid-2008, late 2008, and noticed that it seemed to fit all the design requirements that we needed and functionality that we wanted. And it was very nice to see that such a product did exist that could remove many different pieces of hardware, administration, and fit the bill for us. Just wanted the smallest footprint possible with the easiest administration and flexibility. We found all of that in Xsigo's product. We're not even using the class of service or quality of service limitations right now. We just have it opened up and things are running fine. It's similar to a large router. Once you have it configured correctly, you just leave it alone unless there's an overwhelming need to change it. We're moved to a storage area network from Compellent. We're using boot from SAN, so those 1U servers would not need any local hard drives, thereby bringing us a greater utilization of the new storage network and additional functionality that we didn't previously have with greater protection, especially as we add a DR site to the overall enterprise computing abilities. We could then replicate all those boot from SAN volumes. One of the nice things about the virtual I/O is we were able to create 4 paths back to the storage system from each server. So I can have simultaneous fiber channel device failures. I can lose a fiber channel switch, and since we have dual Xsigo directors, I can also lose one of those, and our I/O never takes a hit. Things just keep working, which is simply amazing to see. One thing our users have mentioned, especially when we migrated, was that things were faster. I/O does run faster through the Xsigo director back to the storage center. We're very happy with the performance and the uptime we've seen. In the future, we're looking to install equipment into a disaster recovery site. So the ability to add VHBAs, VNICs, etc. through the Xsigo director from 1,000 miles away or anywhere we can obtain access to the internet is a huge benefit for ease of administration. It can't get much simpler than not having to be there. We installed 60 or 70% fewer I/O cards, went from 8 to 2, so that's significant. The cost for labor to install new cabling for fiber channel, iSCSI, from our existing server racks back to the switches where they're mounted in another room, obviously that's a significant cost. I can't put a price on because we fortunately didn't need to do it. We're saving the company money. We're improving performance. We have ease of administration, and it runs well.